hot tea. Hot. Hizi kama mmeona guys, mmeona?
Kenyans mmeona Northeastern leo venye rais wenu ni muoga. Ati kitu inalipuka hivi, jamaa shatoka kwa kiti mbio.
Salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali wa ashabi ajma'in. Nabii kusalia. Sasa mo. Bas. Wacha Your Excellency nimwite ndugu yangu, rafiki yangu, na kabla sijamuita wacha ni watambulishe watu.
Anakimbia. Na niliwaambia mkienda kinapal style, muende kimadagascar style. Huyo jamaa hawezi kaa hapo. Atatoka hii kulu. Nasikia last time sijui alikuwa ameenda kujificha Uganda. Time yenye mlikuwa umetangaza mnaenda State House.
Guys, Orezo ako Mandera. Alafu sasa wako pale speeches zinaendelea. My friend, kitu imelipuka hapo kando. Sijui ni balloon ama sijui nini. Pua! Mnasema Omanya anakuambia Orezo ameamka kwa hiyo kiti mbio, akashikwa akaambiwa huku ni kawaida. It's normal for blasts. Everything is under control. Ndio Orezo akarudi akakaa kwa kiti. Nyinyi mliona George Natembea kuna wakati risasi zinapigwa na amesimama juu ya gari hivi endi mahali. Orezo mlipuka balloon. Orezo anataka anatafuta escape route iko wapi? Anaambiwa it's normal. Lakini hata watu wenye wampeleka Orezo kule, simngemwambia mapema huku vitu lipuka awe akijua. Umeona vile ameamkambia kwa hiyo kiti? Noma sana.
Salamu ala ashrafil anbiya
watu wa Mandera, mnafanyia majaribio kwa president kama vile kuzi yenu inafanya kazi. Unataka kumaliza Prezo, si ndio? Watu wa Mandera, mwache kuharakisha syllabus. Sisi tumesema tu tunataka kumtoa kwa ballot. Nyinyi mnataka kumpeleka Sayuni mapema. Ama mlikuwa mnataka kuona kama ni muoga? Watu wanasema ati ni baluni ilipasuka hapo nyuma. Sio baluni. Watu wa Mandera bana, mkuwe na heshima. Mkuwe na heshima bana. Hapana.
I hope you're proud, mheshimiwa. Si wewe ndio kusema? Wacha si tulime, wewe ukuje kuvuna. After all, hizi vitu zote ni vitu za dunia. Kukuongelesha ni sawa na kupuliza gunia. Hakuna siku hata moja MP ashai represent yetu nia. Wale wachache wazuri watatuonekana watakuwa na sisi mpaka mwisho wa dunia. Wamepandisha bei ya kila kitu, saa hii hata mama mboga hawezi afford tissue ya kujifuta machozi akilia. Mtu wa bodaboda anasema hii safari ilianza vizuri, lakini hapa kwa zebra crossing ndio punda imekuwa milia. Ni aje wa Kenya? Umeona? Wanataka kuchukua kila shilingi. So I hope mna take notes. Actually, ni poa wachukue kila kitu atuache kaa tumesota, because this time we are not buying their lives. So tell them ni sisi tuliwapatia job, na wao wakienda Italy kurom, sisi tuko jobless kwa streets tunateremsha kakrom. Tell them kitu wako nayo ni lighting company. Otherwise ni sisi tuko na Kenya Power. Tell them enough is enough. Wameishi kutupromise free education, lakini hata siku moja uniform haijai kuwa sare. So I hope you're proud. I hope you're proud, mheshimiwa. Si wewe ndio kusema?
Chai ya rikodo.
Is William Ruto feeding Rigiji with information? Now, that sounds crazy to even say. And I thought so as well. But I got this question from someone who made a video. The video was made by a guy called Mother, and this is what he said.
There's something very off about how accurate the former Deputy President is. Leader of DCP. There's something very off about how accurate he is, by the way.
And I looked at that comment section and I thought the comment section was a bit gullible, but I understand why. I mean, this is a guy, soft-spoken, there's no antagonism in his thought process, but and he's also sort of like leaning very much into a logical perspective. And that's why I'm here to give a different perspective so that people can make their own decisions, right? Number one, I want to start politically. But mother, just know one day I will debate you. Just to pick your mind on a couple of things. Now back to the political. Politically speaking, it makes zero sense why William Ruto would hand more ammunition to his biggest political competitor, the person who wants to unseat him, ampatie information ndo imsaidie kumtoa. I would understand if you were saying William Ruto is feeding Rigathi Gachagua with wrong information, because that would make more sense in the sense that this is a tactic that has been used by people in authority, right? If you suspect in your team there is a mole, let's say person A, person B, person C, and you want to know who the mole is, you just give them different information. You tell person A, I am going to fire the whole team next month. You tell person B, I am going to promote A. And you tell person C, I am going to fire B. So that whenever the leak comes back to you, the story you hear, you will know that is where the leak comes from. All right? That would be understandable. Because if he was feeding him wrong information, it would damage Rigiji's credibility. But now you're telling me that William Ruto sat and thought that I should tell Rigiji that I am making a deal in G2G. I intend to make this money, and it is going to go horribly wrong, so that you now come up and say mafuta ishukishwe, and then I look like the weak president. Come on, that makes zero sense, man. There is no political benefit, and you have to admit, in the last couple of months, Rigathi Gachagua has been making mincemeat of William Ruto politically, so much so that William Ruto has decided he's going to go the agenda way, because he has no political angle. All the political angles are looking bad for him, so why add more ammunition to what is already bad? It makes zero sense. But that's politically. I want to go into specific examples to show you that this is not exactly something new. When you said that, when you made that video, it sort of like showed that you don't understand maybe how big government can be and how much impact a friend of government can make when they are right with the status quo. Now I want you to imagine, I have seen MPs employ over 15 people in directorships, boards, parastatals, opportunities that government may arise, in government. They get their people employed just because of being friends with government. I've seen it. As recent as the recent appointments zimemekiwa, kuna majina hapo nimeona za watu mimi najua, because these people are friends of the government and they're saying tuta. Right? Now I want you to imagine the scope of what a deputy president can do. How many people he can get into places, how many people he can help in that kind of regard. Those people automatically become loyalists, which brings me to my first solid point. There are many ways of getting information within a government. Number one, and I'll start with the most obvious one, you see this even in movies, information can be bought. I'm not saying this information is bought, but buying information is not something that is new. Number two, there are people within government who are loyal to people outside of government, right? And these people are the people maybe who got it there because of positions, connections, people who were merited but were disenfranchised, but then these people came through. Those people are still loyal to these people, and they can feed you information. And some of them, even the government does not know that huyu aliletwa hapa na fulani. Maybe to somebody tu aliongea na mtu, akaongea na mwingine, akaingia. Another way that information is gotten is disgruntlement within government. The assumption that people would make is that people in government are all happy. Let me tell you, a lot of the information we collect out here is from government people. In fact, when I was running the Curaçao na West campaign, a lot of people who were signing up are government officials, but they were saying, I don't want to put my idea here because I am a government official. Na hapo ndio natoa unga. Disgruntled government officials are the one who give information. When you get this information about hospitals, when you get this information about scandals that are happening, I mean, it's disgruntlement by people who work within government. And the last one that I know, insurance policies. You see, watu wamesoma, especially na hii serikali ya William Ruto, that do not be too brutal on the opposition, because tomorrow they might be the government that is ruling on you. A lot of people in the previous Ruto government went really hard on Ruto because they never assumed that the state could be lost. Tinga had the people, Uhuru had the deep state, hakuna venye Ruto angekuwa president. So they really walipiga kifua sana. Some of those people have had to wait 3 years to even rear their heads. Kuna watu unajua huwa consider youthful. Waliongea vibaya sana wakati ya the BBI meeting in Bomas. waliongea vibaya sana, and it took them 2 to 3 years to finally come out confidently. Na ni kwa sababu tuko mwaka ya siasa. Sasa hii wanaweza toa kichwa sana. That is what a lot of people within this government are saying. Hey, you know, we can't be too hard. We never know. Hii story ya one time si mchezo. You never know. So those people use the opposition as an insurance policy, so that even if the next government comes in, right, you might not retain us, but you will certainly not hurt us. And they give information on that regard. Now let me give you contextual examples of hii kitu imeanza kuhappen na Rigiji ati anapata information from within government. Let's start with Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, when in 1991, when he was facing problems with the government, aliambiwa na mtu wa ndani ya serikali, hii serikali inakutafuta na itakufanya mbaya. Wewe tafuta njia, utatoka Kenya. And he was informed of this matter that facilitated him to run away from Kenya. One, by dressing up and traveling with a priest and later an imam, and he went to Uganda with an alias that was not disclosed to the government because he was well informed by people within government. Another example, JM Kariuki, before he died, he was meant to travel to Mombasa. And when he was about to travel, he got information, if my sources are not wrong, from Gigi Kariuki. Gigi Kariuki alimwambia, who was an assistant minister then, watu wanataka kufanya mbaya. Hiyo basi unaenda kupanda ukienda Mombasa, imepangiwa kuwekewa bomu. What did he do? He abandoned that trip and never went to Mombasa that day. He did end up dying later, but he was informed by a person within government. Another situation, Itumbi himself, if you guys remember the Lamada assassination story, alisema there were PSs and CSs in that meeting. A closed door meeting, but somehow Itumbi got audios. So I want you to tell me, how did he get audios of a closed door meeting that was planning an alleged assassination on the then DP William Ruto? All Xavier's people here, those people who come around you, they serve you tea, you know, they are inconsequential in your big meetings. Those are the people. Those are the people who feed information and know things. Another situation, there was a lot of rumors going around when the Ruto government took over that the PSs, or the officials in government who are retained in Ruto's government that came from Uhuru's government, were Ruto's people in Uhuru's government. Hata venye Ruto alisukumwa nje kwa hiyo serikali, hao ndio watu walibaki wakimwambia what are they planning, what are they saying, which political strategies are they using. And a lot of people are mentioned adversely, and allegedly it was said that one of the people who was mentioned adversely was Rachel Omamo, and she was retained. So what are the odds that in the Uhuru government you are there, the Ruto government comes in, is purging PSs and CSs who are affiliated to the Uhuru campaign or the government, but somehow you survive? I mean, even someone can make an inference towards that. Remember, all this is alleged. Those are just inferences that were made at the time. And finally, hata juzi kwa hii rally ya Kikuyu, na nimeiona leo in Ruiru, right? Rigiji said he had information that they had planned that if they go into the town, they will seal off exits, trap them, and possibly cause more mayhem, people die, and then his meetings are going to be carrying a very bad tag. So he opted to do the meeting the highway. Na hata leo nimeona hajaingia town ya Ruiru, ameingia tu kwa highway, because this information is being given to him by police officers. So again, to Martha and your people, this is not a new phenomenon. And then the Ruto government has messed up so bad that it is almost predictable, right? It is not a new phenomenon, and this government is a predictable government. I don't know what you all think. You tell me.